fastest in order to win this contract. They all start at the bottom of the map, where the 4 roundhouses sit on the harbor. At the top of the map are many victory stations. You can build your rail line so that it connects to any station. Funny thing is, it doesn't matter which way you go. The number of track isotiles to reach the victory stations is exactly the same whether you try to build straight up or lay your track from one end of the map to the other. This is the gold turn marker engine. At the start of each turn, move the turn marker engines clockwise around the board to indicate which player goes first in that turn. This is your color tray. Each player has a handy tray to help them organize their isotiles and cards, so that stuff ain't laying all over tarnation. In the front of your tray are 3 slots that hold your straight and curved track isotiles and your establishment isotiles. As you build $1,000 establishments, place the deed cards in the slot on the left, from front to back, helping you add their total income. As you build the $2,000 establishments, place the deed cards in the slot on the right, from front to back, helping you add their total income. By the way, establishment income is the grand total of all your deeds. In the tray center is a well to hold your discards. To begin the game, shuffle your deck and distribute 5 $1,000 bills to each player, and pick someone to go first. Move the turn marker engine in front of that player. Now if you know how to play locomotives, get after it. If not, let's go look at the cards. This is a track card. You need track to reach the top of the map, and you can use this card to build it. There are only 4 prices, and they are $1,000 to build a curve or straight in an unoccupied tile, or replace a curve or straight to change directions, or to re-rail your track if someone has played a train-derailed card on you. Dang varmints. Number 2, $1,500 to build a cross or shared curve in an opponent's rail isotile. You pay $1,000 to the bank and $500 to the opponent. $3,000 to build through a ravine or butte. There's no additional cost to build through another player's tunnel or trestle, because there ain't no right-of-way in a butte or gully. $10,000 to build an Iron River Bridge, which can never be destroyed. It's just too big and strong, and no bandit carries that much dynamite. This is the establishment deed. You need establishments which earn income to build more rail, and more establishments. Establishments come in 2 types. Those that cost $1,000 and earn you $200 in income, or those that cost you $2,000 and earn you $400 in income. Now, income comes in 2 forms. Harbor income that you get at the end of each turn, which is $1,000. It's shipped by stagecoach from your harbor. Establishment income, which you also get at the end of each turn. The total amount of income for all your deeds. This is a surveyor error card. Interesting fact about the early days of rail building. The combination of poor surveys, or sometimes the greed of a foreman, met the obstacles would block the rail baron's progress, seemingly out of nowhere. When played, place either a butte or ravine in the way of the target player. The player must pay $3,000 to build a tunnel or trestle through the obstacle, or change their tracks, if they can, to move around the obstacle. Tunnels and trestles can be blown up, meaning you have to come up with another $3,000. This is a train derail card. When playing this card, place it in front of an opponent who doesn't already have a train derail card. That player must pay $1,000 and play a track card to re-rail their train. Think of bandits as hired guns out to do mayhem. Bandits can do 4 such evil deeds. Number 1, rob $1,000 harbor income. During the income phase, your stagecoach is robbed, and the money goes to the bandit's player. Rob establishment income. The total amount of income for all your deeds. Also during the income phase. These bandits are so brazen, they come into town to rob all your establishments. Destroy establishments, enabling them to blow up an opponent's establishment. If successful, remove the establishment isotile, and also discard the corresponding deed. Destroy a tunnel or a trestle, enabling them to blow up a single opponent's tunnel or trestle. If 2 opponents have built tunnels or trestles, crossing or shared curves, in the same isotile, you must choose which one to destroy, and of course face their sheriff or marshal if they have one, but more on that later. Wildcard bandits are the most notorious of all. They can pick which one of the 4 evil deeds they want to commit. If the defending player doesn't have a sheriff or a marshal, the bandit automatically does the evil deed. Now I'll explain that in a moment. This is the sheriff and marshal card. If the defending player had a sheriff or a marshal or both, they must first decide if they want to defend, decide who will defend if they have a sheriff and a marshal. If the player decides to defend, then the bandit player and the defending player stand up from the table, put their showdown coin on their thumbs, and flip like a coin. If both coins land face up or face down, it's a tie. Flip again. If one player lands face up and the other face down, the face down player loses, unless the defending player is a marshal. Marshals get to flip twice to see if they can at least tie the face up bandit. If the marshal wins, that whole showdown starts all over. If the marshal loses the second flip, the bandit wins. This is the bandit key card. This shows what each symbol of the bandit card means. This is the game turn card. This reminds you of the steps in each game turn. The game turn consists of following steps. Discard any card you don't want to keep. Draw cards to return your hand to 5 cards. Starting player plays a card, and each player in clockwise order plays 1 card. Card play continues until all players pass. If any players plays a card before all players pass, players can get another chance to play a card until all players pass. When all players pass, distribute harbor income to each player, making sure to note if any bandits have been played on the receiving player. Distribute establishment income to each player, making sure to know if any bandits have been played on the receiving player. Return all bandits, sheriffs, and marshals that have been played to the player who played them. Start a new turn. This is the deck key card. This shows you what kind and how many of each card there are in your deck. Game end. The first player to connect their rail line to any of the stations at the top of the map wins.